Doctor Who, The Misshapen Planet prologue, right? So this is the Vord, isn't it? The Vord were in it. Yeah, the first Doctor, meddling monk, Stephen and Dodo. Good crew, right? Good crew. And so this is the prologue. Yeah, listen. Stuff made by people who care about Doctor Who. That's really what's important, I think. Tom Baker's unproduced film script had the Doctor in a giant pinball table. Could have had that instead of the stupid ball game. Yeah, I always wondered why Big Finish never adapted that. Right? Seemed very strange to me. Anyway, here we go. Let's have a look at this new scene they released. Because to me, geez, this looks like Doctor Who. Here, you tell me. This to me looks like Doctor Who, right? And she looks very hot, right? But this to me looks like Doctor Who, and she looks like something I actually care about her, right? Yeah, listen. When he said that, I never felt that he was a doctor with Jodie, right? When the doctor said I never ever felt like oh she's a doctor ever. That to me felt like he was a doctor. Don't know what to tell you, right? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that looks like it's that looks like it's very good. But yeah, I think they may have already sunk themselves, frankly, with their idiot wokeness, right? I really think they might have sunk themselves already. So we have this to look at. Real shenanigans going on with the ratings, right? Real shenanigans. Yeah, we get where is it? I've got to pull up all the Twitter threads. So many threads, so many Twitter. Oh, be still, Twitter, be still. Where is this? No, I'm on the same thing. Where is it? Oh, I got it so bad. Duh. Start over here. Doctor Who Wild Blue Yonder ratings. Again, yeah, this was all broken by a problem being who noticed on Monday, 11th of December, the 7-day rating was 6.9, right? And then when they released the official 7-day ratings on 13th of December, it was 7.14. Which to me sounds like shenanigans. Because we were like, well, why is the 7-day ratings taking so long to come out? Right? What's going on? So to most people, it sounded like there were shenanigans going on. And then there are shenanigans going on. The 6.9 figure is TV set viewing. The 7.14 figure is for all devices, desktop, TV, tablet, or remote phone. No. Over 7 days it is, right? 7 days. The final bar figure comes out when they process all the figures anytime Monday to Wednesday. It doesn't matter when they're published. They're only for the first 7 days, first 7 period. You're wrong, right? Since when was the +4 added to the 7 days, 7 day consolidated? That's not right. There is definite shenanigans going on, right? Definite shenanigans going on. Because I think, why would there be rating shenanigans? Well, obviously the ratings are bad, but they know the ratings are bad, right? I think if people get wind of the ratings being bad, that kills the ratings in of itself. Like, that's a genuine rating killer. So I think they're probably wanting to keep that kind of on the deal. They want to project that it's doing well because they really need this relaunch to work, right? The and they're shitting bricks, right? They're shit after Davros. Rusty Davies is shitting bricks, right? After Starbeast, he's shitting bricks. You see, because he's seen what the ratings really are. 6.9 on a 7-day. For something that costs that. Are you out your bloody mind? Meanwhile, Vigil's getting how many? Right. Let's have a look, see if I can find it. This is crazy. BBC Vigil ratings. Got 10.2 overnight. Holy crap. A 10.2 overnight. You want proof that they fudged the 7-day consolidated by surreptitiously amalgamating the +4 into the consolidated rating? Okay. See how the +4 was separate from the 7-day consolidated prior to Doctor Who 60 and not counted until now. Oh, that's how they're doing it, right? Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, that +4 came out like 30 days later. Right. Right. This +4 wasn't something that you ever like really used. And now, yeah, consolidated. Yeah, now it's just consolidated where it's actually consolidated +4. Well, yeah. Why are they doing it? Because they're shit scared. Okay? They're shit scared is why they're doing it. Look, they made a lot of like bonkers decisions. And a lot, they haven't paid off. Let's be fair, they have not paid off. Have a look over. I think he's interviewed in SFX. Yeah, like let them earn the cost of their subscription as SFX. I mean, great cover. And honestly, they look great together. Right? Let's have a look. All I want for Christmas is Who. So again, look, even when he says, I'm the Doctor, he struck me as being the Doctor, right? Struck me as being the Doctor. Let's have a look what he's got to say for himself. He's the man at the moment, and I bet he's bricking it, because look, every creative decision they made so far has fucked up. David Tennant coming back has fucked up, right? If they hadn't fucked that up, Shooty would have been in such a great position now. The bi-generation fucked up. It was just a fuck up. It wasn't very good, right? It came out a bit gay. I hate to tell you, it came out a bit gay. He's the man of moment. That moment is Christmas. Quite frankly, you barely had time to catch your breath on the 360th anniversary special. I didn't lose any breath over them, baby. And I'm a very unhealthy person. I lose breath over pretty much everything. Anniversary special, but there's a new Doctor, new companion, new beginnings to look forward to this Christmas. The era probably begun. So without further ado, he's a busy man from every printable word. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Teaser Christmas episode. It's a complete reinvention. That's not really how it sounds. It's a complete reinvention. Reinvention of the show, brand new, but not a reboot. It's the same old show. Everything starts again. Everything seen through the eyes of Ruby Sunday. It's a lovely feeling of here we are. Here we go. A new era beginning. Lovely kind of goes into territory never touched before. Yeah, being very gay. In many ways, fresher than Special 2. We've never done this before. Just don't suck a dick on camera, darling. I'm saying that now. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Honestly, look, while seeming extremely narcissistic and full of himself, right? Extremely. He also seems like a really sweet, nice guy as well. I wish him the best. I hope this works, right? I really do. Right? I just hope you don't make it all about sex, mate. Right? Speaking of a guy who is constantly thinking about sex. How important is the festive season and Christmas Day slot to you? It's always been my favorite time of the year. It's always been my favorite telly. Well, that's fallen away in recent years, hasn't it? Sadly, Literally, I'm the kind of viewer around June. I start wondering, I wonder what Christmas specials are. Yes, we got coming up. I wonder if they're going to do Call the Midwife this year. And that Call the Midwife became the Christmas special is an indication of everything that's wrong, right, with British telly. I mean, like, going out loud. Like, Downton Abbey, that was a Christmas special, right? Doctor Who was a Christmas special. Only Fools and Horses was a Christmas special, right? Call the Midwife and Strictly are not, right? Am I a fool for it? I love it all too, right? I made my own Christmas special coming out December 24th. Where I put I'm a fool. I'm literally sitting here thinking, when should I put my Christmas tree up? Christmas is awesome, and that he understands that makes him good in my eyes, right? And we're talking on November the 10th, so I love it. It's funny how Doctor Who just fits Christmas. It really is, and it's really tragic there weren't classic Christmas episodes, right? I wish I could go back in time and pitch to John Nathan Turner, Eric Saywood, the Christmas special when Peter Davison's Doctor enters the realm of British subconscious of pantomime, right? And so you have the Doctor played by Jan Francis for the episode, as a pantomime hero, but not a dame, right? When that, I just think that would be so much fun, and you could really come up with something great with that. So it's funny how Doctor Who just fits. It really is. The moment it came along and was successful in 2009, I mean, look, I put Christmas special into the very first season before Christmas specials existed. I did the Dickens episode, so I was convinced. Is this Russell T Davies or Ncuti Gatwa? This is Ncuti Gatwa. Probably because it went out in April. That's how interesting I think it is. That's how much I think the TARDIS suits Snows and Carols. It absolutely does. That I did before they even existed. It's like I was pitching for a Christmas special. I wasn't, but that's how I knew it worked. I'm a fan. Who is talking? Is this Russell T Davies or Ncuti Gatwa? I think this is Ncuti Gatwa. All right. Okay. Well, he was a big push for the Christmas. I'm sure Russell was as well. Are there storytelling rules that you wouldn't do during the year? This must be Russell T Davies. What is this? Hang on, what page is this? Page 25. Let's look in the index. And then I have to look in the index to find out what the hell this is. Russell Bloody Davies. Fine. So we'll do this in his column in Doctor Who magazine. I'm annoyed. I thought this was Ncuti Gatwa. Okay, fine. That changes everything. Okay, fine. That really, fine. I've got to get my head in that. It actually says it right there. Fine. So he loves the Christmas special. It's funny, I can tell Rusty Davies just by how he was talking, right? Are there storytelling rules that you wouldn't do during the year? I think there are. I don't pay attention to many rules, particularly because you're just aware that it gets an audience and that isn't watching the rest of the time. That happens with two things: children in need, which is usually the highest viewing figures of the year. I think for Doctor Who, and that's why we're always keen to contribute. Yeah, very smart, right? Very smart. That you have seen that by now. That the attendant fuss that goes with it, that should be fun. That the same laughs. The same for Christmas. There's a lot more people. There's a lot of great scope. It's a great chance to say, look, if you enjoy this, come for the rest of the show. That's exactly what it is. It's an ad for the show. Yeah, it's a real shame that the Capaldi Christmas special, the big one, the Return of Dr. Mysterio, was so crap. That could have really brought people in for that next season, right? But that is a real shame, right? And the reason it was crap is because the director couldn't do superheroes. the effect shots were way too flat, right? It's crazy. The same progression. There's okay, fine. Have you considered doing a ghost story for Christmas style festive episodes like Mark Gaddis, Terry? Yeah, of course, I happily do that. I mean, never say no. Never say no to anything. I'm not quite sure that has the punch for the time slot. Yeah, no, I think it's got to be big and frothy, right? That's why we like Christmas specials. Those kind of things suit the 9 o'clock slots. Or they suit BBC Three. They're more atmospheric, maybe to suit Boxing Day. Maybe that one day we'll do a ghost story and say, let's put this out on Boxing Day. Okay, yeah, you could have Peter Capaldi sitting Jack and Ori style reading a Doctor Who ghost story, and that would just be off the charts awesome. All right, and you've got a lot of great actors who could do that, right? Oh man, you could do a season of like half-hour short stories, which have real meat in them, right? Short trip season read by different Doctor Who actors, like Tom Baker. You could do one. Sylvester McCoy, Colin Baker, Tim Treloar could do the third Doctor. Can you imagine a whole series of Christmas Doctor Who stories? Oh, that'd be awesome, right? And that'll be cheap as bloody chips to do, right? Oh, I wish they would do that. And let's say put this out on Boxing Day. The only night you ever want to be on, you ever never want to be on Christmas Eve. I think that's because no one's paying attention to television. So yes, I would. In fact, the plans for a Christmas story that we've never done before on Doctor Who, a stylish show, a genre that we've never done before. Everyone burst out laughing. I said, "What a great idea!" And we're stretching it. Whispers, it's such a good idea. I think that the Goblin song sounded like Labyrinth to me, and I think that's perfect Doctor Who territory, frankly. Dark fairy tale, right? I think that's perfect Doctor Who territory. What's the process of writing Christmas? Do you have Mariah Carey playing? Yeah, like Mariah Carey's ever off the turntable in this house. I don't think she is. Actually, yes, I always choose a soundtrack that fits the episode. So be prepared for a lot of the Carol of the Bells. Oh my God, I had that on a loop. But that song becomes very important this year. I think there's something fabulously sinister about it. It's quite a strange song. It sounds like there's a haunting quality. There's some kind of dread to it, but it fits the story. So this is not remotely a spoiler. Scene 1, I think, the moment when you hear the Carol of the Bells. And it will continue to haunt us. I'm looking forward, right? Again, I'm going into this as if it's a completely new thing, all right? I'm not even thinking about by generation. We're going to set up the first day of filming. Oh, I'm sure I was busy elsewhere. A second. I can't even tell you what the first day was. It was probably the church. We did have to cover that church outside Cardiff with an awful lot of snow. I remember that, and that was a new regulations of snow. By the way, snow's a lot harder now. It is. You used to get old paper machines so they could throw snow and it would look gorgeous. And they'll discover that people's lungs were getting full of snow. So health and safety banned it, and it's a lot harder to get convincing snow now. I'd rather have people die, frankly, and have convincing snow. I sit watching our productions with good snow thinking, you're breaking the law. How'd you do that? That snow's not legal anymore unless they were shot a while ago. So trust me, to introduce a plot that depends a lot on snow, that was tricky, genuinely tricky. That will get the Russians back and go, that's not convincing snow. And they'll say, we can't use the old paper. The scoop is snow has been banned. This is why we all hate health and fucking safety. right? This is why, specifically. How much of the episode feeds into what's to come? A lot, actually, more than usual. I bet it is, right? Because this is like the template setup episode. That is, it's completely freestanding, and indeed, when the series starts, you can watch that from scratch. And yet, faithful viewer, it's unashamedly the story of Ruby, called The Church on Ruby Road, because that's where the church is. That's where the church is, where Ruby is left as a baby in 2004. She's named after that church, and she's the founding, so no one knows who her mother or father is. She was named after the people. So again, that's good story. It's like fairy tale storytelling for a Doctor Who companion, right? I mean, it worked well with Amy Pond. Which never does carry over into the series itself. It's never a question if the Christmas special. And that continues all the through most of the magnificent finale, the most magnificent finale ever shot on planet Earth. No hype. I swear that's true. I hope so. The specials. Well, again, God, you know, I say something complimentary about it. Everybody's like, "Sleep, he's gonna say it's the brilliant." No, I didn't buy the specials on Blu-ray for a fucking reason. I'm never watching them. I don't think they were very special, right? That being said, there were good bits about them. The production values were one of them, right? I like the how they were flexing with a bigger budget, right? I think Beat the Meat looked awesome, right? I'm sorry. I think Beat the Meat looked absolutely awesome. I think the spaceship in Wild Blue Yonder was okay. Right, I wouldn't mind seeing that sort of thing again. So, like, again, if they're having that kind of production value, that's good, right? That is good. Fine. This new way feels even more progressive, yet people talk about representation negatively. Yeah, because you're shoving it down the throat, while often ignoring the fact that life actually is like this. It's not like that, you dumb fuck. I'm sorry. Not everywhere you go, you see a chick with a fucking dick. No, it's not like that. It's just like that in your bonkers fucking head. We've always had gay people. Right? For God's sake. And everybody's claiming, oh, I'm non-binary, I'm trans. What's that mean? I don't know. I'm just a ham. Yeah, it means I don't have to show my armpits. Oh, well, okay then. Whatever. Life isn't like this. I'm sorry. Like, you've got this weird fixation that really being trans is like totally common and normal when it's not, right? It's a fringe fucking kink. Good God. You know, it's like me, basically. Like 1 second. Share screen. It's like me, like going, hey kids, right? Yeah. This is my identity that I like. PG-13, very wankable pictures of sci-fi stars, which I know, right? Yeah, it's my identity. No, it's not. I just get my rocks off on it, you damn cunt. Right? Oh, it's my identity. Oh, that's more your identity. There you go, the scar Joe face. Oh, it's my identity. Oh, for God's sake. It's ridiculous. No, it's not. It just turns you on. It turns you on to present as a woman if you're a guy, or vice versa. Oh, I don't know what it bloody does. So it's not normal, mate. Oh, sir, absolutely. I do think there's a lot of life that isn't like that. Well, and I do think that most life isn't like that. Attack of the Trannies, yeah, most life is not like that. Even the other day, this wasn't a work thing. I was having to explain to someone that you can't put a wheelchair user in an old wheelchair like that's like a life support system. It's really complicated to think. It's only complicated because you're fucking nuts, right? And you're trying to work like and you're trying to work through an insane architecture of rules that doesn't work in any way. You're trying to somehow validate them, right? Yeah, no, it's not complicated. It's part of your body, the wheelchair. So there's much misunderstanding and prejudice about it. No one has prejudice against somebody in a wheelchair. No one does, Russell. No one goes, oh, fuck those wheelchair cunts. Nobody. This never happened. Yeah, I believe, if anything, people may be overly concerned about, somebody getting hurt or something, right? And I understand, yes, you might want an education about that. But nobody's saying, a wheelchair user certainly couldn't be a scientific advisor for UNIT. Why not? I mean, it was a wheelchair user that, thought that led the fight against Daleks in Dalek Invasion of Earth in 1964. Right, nobody said, "Oh, he's so confined." No one said anything. I don't know where you get this insanity from. It is insanity, right? It never happened. You weird fucks. It never happened. People who don't think that's a good thing should be ashamed of it. It's not that it's a good thing. It's a stupid thing, right? It's a condescending thing, right? If you think that being stupid and condescending about people who are handicapped is a good thing, then you're an arsehole, right? We're not saying, oh, keep those wheelchair users off our screen. We're saying don't turn them into tokens for your fucking pride, which is what you're doing. And it's transparent. That's what you're bloody doing. And they're just missing out on so much joy and inclusivity. And again, who is against people in wheelchairs? And so much better, richer life. Okay, so what? You're saying be nice to people in wheelchairs and also let children cut off their testicles. That's a bit of a leap, Russell. Which one is it, mate? I cast Shenanigans star with Ruth Madley, who was born with spina bifida years ago and in a series called Years and Years, and she was great in that. She was better than that than this. Literally richer and better for having an owner and seeing what she goes through, and not just the bad things, but the joy of being a woman, of the woman as well. Why is this? Why is everything going to be so bad? Oh no! Oh, it's all so bad. If you close yourself off to that, no one's closed again. This is all insanity, Russell. This is all your absolute batshit insanity. And you cut off the end of that sentence. Oh, there. If you close yourself off that, then goodbye. No, again, it's all so self-ingratiating. It's nauseatingly self-ingratiating, Russell. It really is. Oy vey. The 15th Doctor, Russell ever can't seem to go with. He stands out. It's the other way around with Shooty by some miracle. We were the people who got him. That's a man who was leaving sex education and had decided to do that, and frankly could have walked away from into any job in the world. Well, you keep telling us how awesome he is. He did strike me as being the Doctor, though. I'm the Doctor, but that struck me as he was the Doctor. All right. I hope he is the Doctor, right? And he struck me as a really, interesting Doctor. I'm open-minded, right? I'm open-minded. And he actually wanted to be Doctor Who. Why wouldn't you be? I don't want to put words into his mouth. Just my dick. But he genuinely said to his agent, "Oh, I fancy being the doctor." What do you mean you fancy the doctor? Not believing he would ever get it. He's the last person to audition. We had a very long auditions where we had to include people in wheelchairs and people who, who were, were only a head and things like that to make sure everything was equal. He was over, and he never had a second audition. We just went, that's it. No second audition. Everyone just liked him. You don't tell somebody on the spot they've just got the job, but the head of BBC has to see it, and the head of Disney has to see it. It goes everywhere and everywhere. Just when everyone went, yes, immediately, yes. He's black, said the white people at Disney. He's black and he's gay, very obviously. Yes. Fastest yes in the world. Are you going to say no to the first black gay Doctor Who? No, we're going to say yes. Of course we are. I hope one day they release the audition tapes. You release it on the Blu-ray, you dumb cunt. I was Robin the Companion. I bet you were, mate. I bet you were. Did Robin the Companion, get introduced to the love that dare not speak its name through the Doctor? All right. I thought it was a non-gender name for a companion, Robin with an I or a Y, because it could have been either male or female. For the Doctor, we auditioned men and women, and even one non-binary person was like, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Oh, and Russell, I mean this so sincerely. Fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Fuck me. Oh. It's just exhausting. I mean, it just is. It's just exhausting. Fuck off. I was so proud. Where are we up to? But obviously, Robin was the companion, was utterly marvelous and failed to get on screen somehow. Let me tell you, I'm used to sitting in rooms acting with people. I was literally blasted away. I was literally blown away. Really, that sounds like what might have just happened. I was literally absolutely blasted away. I was literally Phil Collins, the producer, was in the room, and Andy Pryor, cast director, was in the room, just saying lines like, I hope they're getting this. I hope the camera's getting this. I hope they can realize what's happening. I want to see that. I hope to be able to see it. I hope to see the audition tapes. At the moment in the room, oh my God, yes. Okay. Will we ever see Robin somewhere else? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the spin-off. That will be the Robin script. I think he was killing people in an art gallery or something, and then it was a bit odd because people kept disappearing into paintings or something. A bit of nonsense. Oh, wait a minute. Did Robin turn out to be the villain? I think so. I think the big reveal. It's me, Doctor. I forgot to... Okay. There's also a wider representation in the Starbeast. Really, I hadn't noticed. Yeah, as subtle as a fist up your ass, mate. Really? Off. Just fuck off. By the time this goes out, people have seen the Starbeast and you saw the fucking reaction. I think reaction will be entirely positive. You were thinking wrong then, weren't you? With barely any online comment whatsoever, I would imagine. Have I predicted it correctly? Everybody just said this is annoying. No one's saying we're outraged. We just said we're bored. And we are bored, right? It's boring. Right, so trying to be progressive and to reflect more society. That's the case. Those two things are oxymorons, right? They are opposite goals. Society isn't more progressive. No matter how much more you scream it, there aren't more gay, black, lesbians in wheelchairs, right? That's nothing new to you. Does it feel more important now? Yeah, it does, because your head is insane. Or is it just after your just part of your makeup anyway? It's part of your makeup. That's the insidious thing about the woke mind virus. It takes the best of you and uses it against you. Use it against society. right? I'm obviously aware that this stuff has been weaponized in our culture. I'm sorry, Russell. Drag Queen Story Hour did you no good. Starbeast did you no good. Starbeast did trans people no good. People are fucking sick of hearing about it. Oh, I feel so seen. How about shutting the fuck up? Right? I mean, like nobody else has that level of privilege. Was it? Something weaponized in culture war and used by the right wing so clumsily, but it's actually you only think it's clumsy because you just read left wing sources which strawman everything. With a lot of power and strength, no matter how clumsy they are, it feels ridiculous to be fighting over something that's so beautiful and heartfelt, and people absolutely vital. If I have a kid, I don't want them mutilating themselves. Right? I don't feel that children's lives are going to be embittered by embracing transgenderism. In the same way, I don't think their lives would be, enriched by embracing any form of delusion. Right? I don't think it's good for them. I don't think it's good for anyone. Right? I don't think this is a civil rights fight. This is, I believed you were gay. Right? I believe there were gay people, and gay people like to have sex with people of their own sex. Right? I believe that was real. Right? I believe that you had a sexual attraction to people of the same sex as you. Yes, that's gay. I don't believe somebody when they say they're a woman with a penis, right? I don't believe that, right? I didn't think you were delusional when you told me you like to be fucked by men, right? I do think Yasmin Finney's delusional when they say that she's a beautiful woman or beautiful girl, right? That's the difference. But I think in the end, that's a shame because we're deemed to be in a culture which does exist. Yeah, you only acknowledge it this because you're losing it now. That therefore, these things are framed as battles and fights and victories and losses and surrounded essentially by violent language. Why are you even part of this fight? Right? The culture was lost, right? The left have lost it now. I'm sorry. When you see meet any trans person anywhere, you will meet one of the gentlest, most insightful and open people you know ever possibly hope to meet. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. Listen. I've heard that Doctor Who podcast, and it's awful. But one of the reasons it's awful is whoever the Juno Dawson on there just sounds the most insufferable human being humanly possible, right? So I think when you're saying they're the most wonderful people ever, you're being delusional, right? Because they've been through so much, they've been through nothing. Just to live life that they've lived, it's such a shame that's a battlefield. I'm sorry, again, listen, do you believe that Jesus is the Messiah? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't believe Jesus is the Messiah, right? So, have you denied the validity of Christians to exist? Are they saying, oh, you've taken away our right to be people? Right? No. It's ridiculous, right? I think it's just ridiculous. As ever, I think the fear and anger is born out of ignorance. No, it's born out of you constantly rubbing yourselves in our fucking faces. Try not doing that for a bit, and maybe things will be better for everyone. I think there are many ways, whether it's transphobia or homophobia. Why am I being transphobic by saying I don't believe that people with penises are women? I think they're delusional people. That's not being, oh, I hate them and they put them into camps. No, that's saying this is my belief. Why do I hate them because of that? Do you share my belief that God revealed himself at Mount Sinai to the Israelites? Right? Do you believe that? Well, no. Well, that's fine. I'm not calling you I'm not calling you names because of that. Oh, it's fucking mind-blowing. It's so stupid. It's born out of the simplest thing. Which is the fact that most people at 3 months old are in the arms of a mother and father. That basic level, you see a mum and dad, and a lot of people see them as white. They see them as male. What, the mum as well? We see them as female. Okay. Oh, we see them as male, see them as female. What image? Okay, so yeah, that's called looking as reality. I'm not seeing a problem with seeing a male and female. When that image in an adult life is interfered with, the reaction is violent. Well, again, because you're fucking up children, right? They're going to believe you with this bullshit, and you're fucking up children. Stop it. Yeah, we got to stop you fucking up children. I mean, not for nothing, but so, like the platform of the trans lobby is the same as the platform of the fucking child molesters at NAMBLA. Like, oh, let the child choose, liberate the child from the family. Yeah, we see them as mother and father, we see them as male and female, because that's what predominantly the human race is. I think they don't understand the cause of their violence. Okay, one second. Interview, and the reaction is violent. How's the reaction violent? Which I'm just saying, I don't share your beliefs. Why are you trying to impose them on me? Is that violence? They can use God. Well, that is one reason I don't accept your beliefs, right? I think they are antithetical to what God's beliefs are, right? Which means I think they are false. All right. They can use politics. Well, yeah, you do shove in our face politics. Okay. They can use history. Oh, what? The history of entire species, that people have always been a binary choice, a male or female, right? In the 99.9% of the time, right? But actually, it's a physical revolt that you need to examine. The only people I really see being violent are left-wingers, frankly. Because they're better than that. We are all better than that. So what are you talking about? You simply think about it, and every instinctive reaction from when you're a child can simply be solved by the knowledge and the thought of kindness and wisdom. How's it kind of wise to tell them that up is down and black is white? Right? I mean, is race, is skin color a spectrum? Right? I know I'm white, but really I'm brown. Reaction from a child can be simply solved with the knowledge and the thought of kindness and wisdom, and that's the era we should be in. Hopefully, wars lead to peace, and somewhere at the end of this, there is a peace, and we'll get there in. What do you mean, the world peace? The sort of thing we had with Donald Trump? That sort of thing. You like a bit of that, do you, Russell? Like a bit of world peace, do you? I didn't even know we were going to do this article today. This is fascinating. Oh, Russell, mate, you're so full of shit. You've just got me off the back of reading today's headlines saying Russell Davies says Doctor Who is not for children, Doctor Who is violent, Doctor Who is trans. Well, is it going to be that? It's like, for fuck's sake, let's just have a proper conversation. Thank you for a proper conversation. Thank you, print magazines, for a proper conversation. I love the fact that print magazines, print sales are going down, and everyone thinks everyone's online. Where there is a proper conversation like this, nowhere. Well, that's where the audience is, right? A place like this is a proper conversation, right? This is like actually, people are actually. I'm being honest. Tease a little bit about the Ruby and Doctor relationship. Well, the Doctor's gay and Ruby's straight, so he never touches her. Well, he fingers her once, but yeah, that's about it. I added that in. That's not true. But wouldn't it be fun if it is? Actually, that's what's it's interesting. What I did discover in this was the Doctor now comes with such a massive backstory. I'd almost forgotten, having been away from the show, that he arrives and has to say he's a Time Lord, but he's not a Time Lord. There's a TARDIS. How does he speak English? and that travels in time. Actually, there's an awful lot dumped into one episode of the series. Right? I found that the Christmas story was so strong. I found that it was impossible weight to carry the entire introduction of a companion to the Doctor. Too much weight. It was a kind of unbalancing the whole thing. So I took a very literal deep breath, and as you'll see, this will be more of a sense when you see it. He remains a mystery for much of the episode. So there's much more to be involved. That's actually very clever. See, this is Russell D. Davies. It's working right. Oh, so tragic. So there's much more to be unfolded. The series, I hope, will be great fun as well. So hopefully we will keep new viewers watching. Okay, yeah, listen, so far it's been a disaster, right? I hate to tell you. Not a disaster. Yeah, it kind of has. If you're fudging the figures, it's been a disaster. That's quite a clever thing to do in terms of drawing people into the stories. But equally, it doesn't matter. The history of the Time Lords doesn't matter for a second. True, get away from that. Have him being a venture in time and space. Wanderer, right? Doesn't matter. And what she reacts to is him in the moment. See, this is what I'm excited about. And his energy and his joy, and it's lovely to see. The whole opening 15 minutes, I mean, you see me do this before with Partners in Crime. It's a kind of dance between the two characters, meeting but not meeting, circling around each other. Yeah, it kind of annoys me when you do that. So when you feel the gravity drawing them together, each other, the weight of the plot. Yeah, it feels very contrived when you do that, Russell. I love writing that stuff. Yeah, stop doing that. It's a refreshing start every single time, so I just love it. I love writing the first episode. Okay. That goes back to Rose. It was two people having an adventure. Yes! Right? I agree with you. It was different this time because the Rosa story is an ordinary life interrupted. Ruby's different. It's the sense of a story interrupted. She has a story. Yeah, it sounds like very similar to Amy Pond. Scene 1, she's abandoned as a baby in the past and enter a Time Lord. A Time Lord is obviously going to start winding himself into the story in a way that nobody else can. Plus, Davina McCall's researching the story on behalf of a television show, so they're different kind of grafting together. What happens in the opening scenes is that this is giving nothing away because it sounds good. Ruby keeps a mysteriously experiencing bad luck. She drops things, break things, smash things around her, things get lost, and she's oddly haunted by bad circumstances. So there's something beginning to revolve around her, and there's something beginning just to stir around her very existence. And that's become wrapped up in the story of her birth. So that's a really good story. Let's talk about costumes. There's a change, a big change. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. That's something I decided long ago. Frankly, I'll sit watching the show and we're watching it with the viewer and thinking, why does he wear the same clothes every time? So it's branding. Why do we do that? I mean, I don't mind if you give him a look, but like totally different shit. I also watch cosplayers. I love cosplayers. You fuck them up. And I watch them with joy of cosplayers get out and playing every single variation. Cosplayers could dress up as the TARDIS console. They need no help going the wild ideas. So actually, it was partly open to the world of cosplay. It means that everyone can cosplay. There was one episode where he steps out of the TARDIS in a duffel coat and a pair of jeans. If you're 8 years old, you can't afford to go buying a tartan fabric from a London costumer and getting stitched into that coat of exact replica. If you're a kid with a duffel coat and a pair of jeans, you can think you're the Doctor. I guess. What's the name? Professor McCoy wore a duffel coat, right? And just put a spoon in your hand and as a sonic screwdriver, then you're there. So it was partly a breakdown of the barriers. It was partly the whole process of making everyone, oh, this sounds like it's going to end badly. making everyone think they could be the Doctor. Everybody always used to think that, right? Nobody went, "Oh no, the Doctor's black. I can never be the Doctor." Right? It never, like, these racial divisions never occurred to me. You're just a weirdo. God, you're a racially driven weirdo. And just think of the natural thing, how mad that we're having this conversation about how many clothes a lead character wear. Like, shake it off. Well, no, I think it's going to fail. Like, I remember how Chibnall had like this insane confidence in all of his bullshit, like just insane confidence in it, and then it came a cropper, didn't it? I remember having a conversation about lead character, and it's saying when he put Christopher Eccleston in a leather jacket. Funny how all these years revolve around things the Doctor, but slowly but surely it's a costume again. Well, exactly, and Chris Eccleston in a leather jacket really didn't work that well. That's why you snap right back into a Doctor's costume with David Tennant, right? I mean, it was a very modern take on it, but he had a long coat. It was a Doctor's costume, right? Where are we up to? So that was a decision that goes way back. No, Little Known would end up with casting one of the world's greatest clothes horses. Well, you knew you were getting a hot non-white guy because the man looks magnificent and everything. So you put those two factors together gloriously, and we all love it. We all love wondering what he's going to be in next. No, that's a gay thing, I think, Russell. Oh, I can't believe that I can point to John Nathan Turner and go, not the gayest producer of Doctor Who. Not the gayest producer of Doctor Who. I mean, isn't that incredible? Yeah, I mean, that's just incredible. That brown leather, what's it going to be in there? That brown leather coat and stripy top is becoming a bit of a default. But, you know, in a few episodes, actually, I've seen costumes come that are going to blow your mind. Oh, fuck off. I don't know. I don't want my mind blown by his costumes. I want my mind blown by stories. So don't worry. We'll keep mixing it up. No, stop. Stop. Stop mixing it up. Put it back. Put it back to normal. That's what we like. I tell you. And of course, new titles. New titles are good. New titles are one of the best things about New Who, right? They work, right? Where are we up to? I love that vortex. Do you like the title sequence? It's the first title that has cuts in it. Really? Wow, yeah, it is. Right, I didn't realize. Have they always been shot in one before? Even when they changed the clocks, things like Peter Capaldi, the TARDIS would always make it into one continuous shot. This is the first 4 or 5 different shots. There's a fact. That's a fact for you. That hasn't been said anywhere else. Oh, well, again, it's relatively dull fact, but okay. What was your thought process there? Well, we thought we delivered. That's just what they delivered. Some prefig stage. Someone in the prefig stage. I always wanted sparks coming off the surface. One of the things I demanded was sparks between the two, between TARDIS and the time vortex. And that becomes very important later in the series. Yeah, that's going to happen more with shooting. So I always knew that was going to be important later on, but I wanted the show happening here. I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, time sequence. Yeah, you did well. I think by the time we get to shooting series, it'll be slightly different again. You're getting all the scoops. All the scoops. Well, there is no spark. The spark's in the shooting series, I think. What do people take away from the Church and Ruby Road? That the Doctor is gay! I think it's joyous. It sounds like it's gay. Actually, I think when you get to the ending, you'll simply watch Doctor with a great big smile. I want to rewatch it. Oh, I want to rewatch it. Yeah. And they're saying, this is fun. I get fed up with interviews in episodes where people say, those producers line up to say, it's darker this year. We'll see it really dark. You know, no, we darkened it. Enough. I tend to agree with you, Russell. Of course, we have dark moments in it too. I think Doctor Who is fundamentally has a fundamental quality missing from most shows, and it's fun. It's very true. Okay, that's very true. I think that, yes. I think Doctor Who is the weakest is when it's least fun. And we're always aware of how much fun it is. And you saw we sit there cackling with laughter sometimes. It's so much fun. And that's unique Doctor Who. Well, look, I hate to tell you, the specials were, you might have had fun, but we were all very disappointed. Right? But I mean, disappointed to the level that you're fudging the figures. That sounds pretty bad. That sounds pretty bad. What's your top 3 things you like about Christmas? Mince pies, you're right. Yes, my sister's house. That's where I go for Christmas Day. Both sisters, we swap it for different houses every year. And Christmas telly, I really love that week. Christmas Eve, New Year's. Yes. First of all, you sit down at 10 o'clock in the morning and see a blockbuster film. That's almost an obscenity of riches. And you can turn to Channel 4 and find some sad little Polish cartoon about a penguin who's lost in the snow. It's just nonsense. You never watch normally. I love it. I love Christmas even on the tipping point. I love the Christmas chase. I love it. I'm absolutely full for Christmas. Well, okay, again, Russell, you're saying good, mate. We come full circle. Am I making a Christmas episode, Doctor Who? It's in my blood. I can't help it. Christmas soaps. Oh, boy, bring it on. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.